If you're buying or thinking about buying a home in Alberta, you need to know the cost of doing so. In this video, I'm going to go over the 10 costs associated with buying a home. And by the end of this video, you're going to know what kind of budget you need relating to these closing costs. Hey guys, my name is Felix Chan, Calgary Realtor and mortgage broker with Real Broker. Let's go. Now, keep in mind that the following 10 costs cover both the mortgage and real estate side of things. Number one, down payment. Now, when it comes to the down payment, the amount you'll need to put down will depend on the price of the home that you're buying. For properties greater than $500,000 and less than $1 million, 5% down payment is required up to $500,000, with an additional 10% down payment on the portion of the home value above $500,000. For homes over $1 million, you'll need to check with your lender to see what their lending guidelines are. Now, if some of you guys are thinking, well, what if I don't have enough money for a down payment from my savings? Well, I have some good news for you. If you're looking to buy a place to live in, you can use a gifted down payment. That means someone, typically someone from your family, can gift you the money for your down payment, and there's no limit on how much you can receive. Here's a tip. If you have parents who are willing to gift you a down payment, but they don't qualify by traditional means at a bank, they could look at the option of getting what's called a reverse mortgage. Now, there are requirements to that though, so if you want more information, contact us in the link below. And if you're looking to buy a rental property, not all lenders will allow a gifted down payment. So check with either my mortgage team or your bank. Mortgage default insurance. This is a separate type of insurance from your typical homeowner's insurance. It's required if you're putting less than 20% down on a home purchase. But the good news is the insurance allows people with less than 20% down to be able to purchase a home. Now, the premiums for this insurance can vary depending on how much you put down as a down payment. As you can see by this chart from Sagan, a mortgage insurance provider, as you increase your down payment in increments of 5%, the premiums typically go down. The LTV ratio stands for loan to value ratio, meaning what is the loan compared to the value of the home? If you look at the bottom part, you'll see 90.01% to 95% loan to value, meaning if your mortgage is 95% of the total value of the home, then it means that you're putting 5% down payment. If you did this, then your mortgage insurance premium rate is at 4%. But if you put 10% down, then your loan to value ratio would be 90% and your premiums drop from 4% to 3.10. It's important to note that this insurance is mandatory and it's really there to protect the lender in case you default on the mortgage. The great thing is this premium is added to your mortgage, so you do not have to pay it upfront. Home inspections. Home inspections are crucial because they not only reveal any defects with the property, but it also gives you the opportunity to go back to the seller and ask for either a discount off the purchase price or for them to fix any of the deficiencies themselves. It's important to keep in mind that no home is perfect. Even new builds can have issues. So it's always good to get a home inspection. Home inspection can cost between $500 to $800. The lower end of that will be for condos, and the higher end of that is going to be for your typical single family homes around 1,800 to 2,000 square feet. And it can be more depending if your home is bigger. Now, the cost of the home inspection is really a small price to pay for peace of mind and to ensure that you're making a sound investment. Don't skimp out on the home inspection. It's actually worth every single penny. Here's a tip. If you're buying a brand new build, you'll have a new home warranty. Part of that warranty is that you get 1 year of workmanship warranty with the builder. So 2 months before your 1 year home anniversary is up, get a home inspector to come in and inspect your property. You can then give this to your builder and ask them to fix any deficiencies. Appraisals. Now, an appraisal is a professional evaluation of a property's value. It's ordered by the lender or mortgage default insurer as a way to determine the value of the property being used as collateral for the mortgage. Sometimes your lender or a mortgage broker will pay for it, but if not, it will run around $350 to $450. This is important for the lender because they are lending you money based on the value of your property, and they want to ensure that it's worth the amount that they're lending on. Appraisals are different from home inspections though. Home inspections are really there to focus on the condition of the property and identify any issues that need to be addressed. Here's a tip. If you're paying cash or position your offer as if it is a cash offer with no financing condition, but you're actually going to get financing, make sure you put a term in the contract to say that the seller will allow an appraiser to appraise the property. If the seller asks why you have this term in the contract, but there is no financing condition, just let them know that you just want the option of getting financing. Condo document review. A condo doc review is a process where a professional does a thorough review of all the legal and financial documents associated with the building and the condo association. This applies to properties where there is condo ownership structure. The purpose of this review is to provide potential buyers with a clear understanding of the financial and physical condition of the building, including information about the reserve fund, which is used to pay for expenses and future repairs. The cost for this review typically ranges from $450 to $500. Note that some single-family homes, though very rare, at least here in Calgary, are structured as a type of condo ownership, so it's not limited to just high-rise buildings. By the way, if you are finding this valuable so far, along with my tips, then we would love your support if you took a second and hit the like button. Lawyer fees. When it comes to lawyer fees associated with the home buying process, it's important to understand that they are typically broken down into two distinct parts. The first part is the lawyer fee, which is the fee that the lawyers charge for their service. This fee can vary depending on the lawyer's level of experience, location, and the complexity of the case. But on average, it ranges between $650 to about $1,200, but it also could be more. The second part of the legal fees is known as disbursements, which are additional expenses that the lawyer incurs while handling your transaction. These disbursements can include costs like obtaining and reviewing legal documents, property title searches, and office expenses such as copying and mailing costs. The disbursements can vary depending on the specific circumstances of your deal, but it can be higher in some situations. On average, in Calgary, most lawyers' costs will range between $1,500 and $2,000, at least at the time of making this video. If you need a knowledgeable lawyer, type in the word lawyer in the comments below, and we will post the information on the lawyers that we personally know and have been working with for so many years. Title insurance. Title insurance is a type of insurance that protects homeowners from any issues or defects related to the property's title. It's often required by the lender as a way to protect their own interests in the property. Title insurance is a one-time cost and is paid at the time of closing, and it can vary depending on the purchase price of the property and the location. On average, the cost of title insurance can range between $350 and $450, but it could be a little bit more. Title insurance is important because it provides protection against any hidden defects in the title, such as outstanding liens, unpaid taxes, or other issues that may arise. It also covers legal fees that may be incurred in defense of the title and any potential financial loss caused by title defects. Your lawyer and lender can help you determine if title insurance is required and also provide you with an estimate of the cost. Now, it's worth noting that title insurance is different from homeowners insurance, which covers damages to the house and personal belongings. Real estate fees. In Alberta, the typical commission for real estate agents is 3.5% on the first $100,000 of the sale price and 1.5% on the remaining balance. This commission is typically paid by the seller, but sometimes they won't pay the full 3.5%, 1.5%. So it's important for you to have a conversation with your realtor to see what would happen in that scenario. Would they be okay with a smaller fee? Would you be the one to make up the difference? If you see value in your realtor, meaning, they're always fighting for you, they're giving you good advice, and they're really taking care of you, then I would just see that as the cost of doing business. Many agents, though, I find anyway, won't really have this conversation because they don't know how to deal with this. But it's important to talk about it because you will need to sign a buyer agreement with your realtor. Home insurance. As of January 1st, 2020, a new regulation was put in place for condo owners. The Condo Property Act regulations now state that owners can be responsible for up to $50,000 of the condo board's insurance deductible if there was damage originating from their unit. This means that if you had a leak from your unit and it damaged 10 floors down below you and your condo building's deductible is $50,000, then the condo board has a right to sue you for that amount. So make sure you have coverage for your personal items within your condo and for the $50,000 deductible on your policy. The cost of home insurance can vary depending on if you own a condo or a house. On average, if you own a condo, you can expect to pay around $80 $200 a month for insurance, at least at the time of this recording. If you own a house, the average cost is around $150 to $200 a month. These are just averages, and your actual premium will depend on so many different factors, such as the location of your home, the age of your home, the things that are inside of it, such as plumbing and heating, and of course, your personal coverage needs. I always recommend to my clients to shop around and compare insurance policies to find the best coverage at the most affordable price. Now, here's a tip for you guys. If you want to save money on your insurance, group your car and home insurance together. Life insurance. As a real estate agent, it's important that I not only help my clients navigate the process of buying a home, but also educate them on the various costs and considerations that come with home ownership. One of those considerations is life insurance. If you're a salaried employee, you may already have some coverage through your employer, but it's important to remember that it may not be enough to cover your mortgage and all of your other liabilities in the event of your death. This is why it's important to speak with an insurance broker to determine what your monthly premiums would be and to understand the wide variety of factors that go into determining those premiums, such as age, occupation, and current health status. It also plays into a part of what coverages would you need personally based on your lifestyle. When you're young and single, life insurance may not seem like a necessary expense, but as you add family members and increase your financial responsibilities, it becomes more important. In fact, statistics show that 1 in 5 families would experience financial difficulties immediately if the primary wage earner died suddenly. It's important to protect your mortgage and ensure that your family would have no mortgage to pay for, or at least a reduced mortgage amount, so the payment is much lower in the event of your death. I also recommend that you look at disability insurance in case you randomly lose a limb one day. If you have any questions or need clarification on any of this information, let me know in the comments below. I actually read every single comment, myself. So when you get a response, it's actually from me. If you guys have any topics you want us to cover, then please let us know in the comments below. And if you found this information valuable, feel free to subscribe so you don't miss out on any other valuable tips for us in the future. My name is Felix Chan with Real Broker and the LiveInnerCity Real Estate Team, and we'll see you in the next video.
Entertainment.